nice.
In my family where I came from, I'm not talking about myself.
Yeah, I know.
In my family where I came from, you don't see about in my family where I came from. Oh, nobody talks to man like that.
In my family where I came from, men do not enter the kitchen.
My father used to, and my mother would do it.
Exactly.
My mother would cook what the problem to the one woman. But that's my mother. And if that's the problem to the woman, what kind of a man are you? So that's like balance the thing.
Yeah. So all those things really goes down to what really happens in the family, because bringing what has been happening in our different homes, we are coming from different homes, different backgrounds and all that, different views of life and all that. I've seen a situation where woman wants to just use toothpaste, and she was actually pressing from the middle, and the husband came and said, "What the hell of nonsense is this? In my home where I came from, we start from the bottom. You have to start from the edge. You start pressing until."
I think that man is sharp, jobless.
I think until definitely, then you know that this one is. You see, all those little stuff can actually go a long way. It goes a long way, affecting hope, affecting how we relate to each other. And one thing about men is that, in as much as they want a prosperous woman, in as much as they want a woman that is so cooperative, but for no reason, they don't want a woman that will, in any time, whether slip of tongues or oversight or maybe out of excitement, now look down on them, talk them down, and let them know, rubbing it on their face, that, if not for me. So those are the stuff that men really wants to really, help, so that you wouldn't come out and start saying that.
Yeah.
But you know you really.
No. Some women, because talking about
it's a character flaw if you ask me. Yes, it is.
Talking about what men want to curb. Some men are actually they have low self-esteem.
Okay.
Now, if you see some men, because their women, their wives earn more than they do, they're already very feeling inferior, intimidated, and any little thing, probably this woman did not just really want to insult. It's not even an insult. Or probably, okay, please, baby, can you help me bathe the children, for instance?
Insult.
Wait, so you are telling me to go and bathe the children? What are you doing?
Has he gotten to that?
Has he gotten to that? Because you earn more than me? Ego. So talking about curbing it, what do you think men, like what are those kind of things that, or you as a man, how do you think men should actually know what is, or create a balance or difference between what's an insult and what's not an insult?
Actually, every woman is supposed to know how to manage their husband, because this thing comes down to personal character. If you're a kind of woman that knows how to carry your husband, how to value your husband, and how to treat your husband well, and over time you've been doing that, no time that husband will not say, because of one mistake you just made, then you will not be capitalizing on that. And this thing happens just because most women, from time, they don't know how to talk.
Now, I beg to differ, right? Because it's not about, you see, what you're saying might be right to him, that's your opinion. I'm not
speaking from the men's point.
Well, even from a general point of view, it shouldn't just be about the man. It should be about the people, the couple. So why should I spend all the time in the world trying to manage a man? He's just learning how to manage me. He's just learning how to. It's a balance. See, this is the. I'm an advocate of balance, right? So if I'm spending all the time trying to understand my husband, you should also spend the time to understand what provokes me. You should also understand why my statement was a slip of tongue. So it's balance. So it's not because men don't know how to talk. It's probably because they know how the proper understanding of both couples. So whether I've been married for X number of years and we suddenly had an altercation, it should be because we probably didn't understand ourselves at that point in time. Not because I didn't spend all the time studying my husband. I mean, it should be a two-way street now. Two people make a marriage work.
That's true. But what if in a situation where you've been trying to study your spouse, and the other person is taking it like it's my right. Oh, I thought the other time he just absorbed. Okay, I can talk like that. And meanwhile, the man was actually trying to know or pass a message across that in a situation like this is how to react. This is how to behave. But the woman will say, no, that is my right. Or the other way around. The woman will be trying to pass a message across to the woman, to the man, in a situation like this is how to react. And the man will be, no, that is my right. It boils down to understanding that time. And all those things started from relationship. Because when you have a lady that doesn't know where to draw curtains, she talks to you anyhow, and we as how she.
But wait, why is it always the ladies? Don't go to anyhow. Don't to ladies anyhow.
Let me retrieve that.
It's a sad thing that you're between two women.
Exactly.
All right. Well, it could be the other way around. It could be the other way around. But in most cases, we just have to really learn how to behave when we are no longer alone with ourselves. You are now with somebody. Learn how to relate. Some people only know how to relate with themselves. They cannot relate with any other person as if freely without any challenges. And it shouldn't be. We should learn how to relate with people, 2 people, 3 people, and many people. It's not the way you're going to relate with just 2 people that you're going to relate with multitude. We should learn how to relate with people outside there so that it will not take that to the house, to the home, and you not start relating with the man as the way it's supposed to be. The man as well will be relating with you the way it's supposed to be, because oftentimes, for quite a long period of time now, women have been advocating for this 50-50 or 15 and all that, and men seems not to really understand what women are talking about.
In Nigeria.
Because we have, coming from our own culture, coming from our own background, coming from the way we relate to the people here in this part of the world, men, quote unquote, supposed to be the head of the family, the head. And they are not taking that probably to the office. If they are the head in the house, but it's not so. When they get to the office, woman is now heading there. It becomes an issue. And most of them think that areas back home, that not that one nonsense woman will be talking to me. And I wouldn't take that. And even a little bit away from that, I have a life story whereby each time this woman wants to do something better for herself, the husband will always stop it. As a life story. Each time the woman wants to get a better job, the husband will always stop it. And I called the husband. The woman told me that. I said, it's not happening. I called the husband. The way we behave. And she has not even gotten a better job. She's not gotten a better paid job. See the way she's talking to me now. See the way she's relating with me now. Now, if she's now getting more paid.
Security.
Thank you. I was about saying that.
Really, you asked me.
That's an insecure.
Because this thing you're saying now, I was in a situation where I heard a man saying that he's an HIV holder and his wife was going to, have BSc, containing university thing, that's another period. But how can he, ND actually, because HIV is equivalent to BSc. ND, that's a diploma. They're like, why would he have a diploma and his wife wants to get a BSc? That cannot work. So she can't be higher than him. So he has to marry somebody basically lower. So that means if you're not planning to grow, the other woman should be stagnated and be. So that's selfish. See, I was talking about the other day that men are the problem. But some men are the problem. Because you notice women, once they get married, they won't make it work. So women go all out. A couple of women are grow. It's not like I'm trying to call out anybody or any man, but half the time, even my husband supported in that. Some men are the reasons why some women behave the way they do. You marry a kind woman to then all of a sudden you're dating a very kind lady, somebody who as kind as against or myself, because we are kind women.
Yeah, very kind.
And then we get to the house, then you start changing your behavior. You start acting all bossy. See, you're talking to your spouse. Your spouse is not your slave. Your wife is not your slave. Your wife is not your servant. Your wife is it's meant to be your friend. So it's a partnership.
It's a partnership.
That's why it's marriage, right? It's an agreement. And before you do it, the way you wouldn't want her to talk to you, please do not talk to her in that way. So that's why it seems that some women build this resentment. They start building up things because when they want to talk, society will tell them, you are the woman. Women keep their homes. Women are not supposed to do this. You need to keep quiet when your husband is talking. You don't need to stop. Oh yes, you don't need to talk back because two wrongs cannot make it right. You don't need to talk back at that point. Perhaps have a time where you have to express your grievances. Because currently as I speak, I know some close allies who have one or two things with their marriages, and guess what? It's a husband. Because you wake up one morning, you're making this demand. You wake up this morning, you're making this demand. And when she wants to make her own demand, you say no. And they hear you don't talk and I'm talking. So when all this thing happens, you think women will just put their hands and like, okay, so I'm married now. I need to keep my marriage. So I won't.
I think sometimes some men want those women who don't just they don't counter anything they say. They just want in relationship. They want someone who counters. They'll be like, no, you don't have to agree to everything I say. You can just when you're married, they'll not tell you, I'm married to you now. Like I'm the head. So whenever I decide,
Whenever I
Ladies, calm down.
Seriously.
I think you guys really need to understand that men are the managers.
Of course.
We manage home. And when you are managing home, as you're managing home, you are managing resources, you are managing everything, you are managing even the verbal words and all that energy that goes out in the home and all that. So you really need to start curbing some excesses. Because when women start doing theirs, they don't stop. Are you getting it? So that is why oftentimes
some women
rather, that is why oftentimes men would not allow. So oftentimes when men behave, when they talk, when they relate with the issues at hand, they relate with the issues at hand because they really don't want things to get to the extreme. And they really want to stop it on time. So that is why you see men oftentimes they will just tell you, stop it. Don't talk again. But at that time, you see, women will always want to. I must be heard.
Depending on the level of
are you getting it? So, we men, we don't really want all those kind of energy.
I agree. I agree men value respect. Like there was something you said earlier around that. No matter what you're doing for the man, don't talk down on him. As much as I agree that it's something that men hold very dear to, I think it's also a general thing. Nobody will want to be talked to in any way, anyhow. So I feel like respect is as much as the biblical respect your husband, man, wife, man love your wife. I think respect it should be reciprocal, right? So I'm giving you so much respect. It shouldn't get to my turn and then you treat me like some sort of trash
because of the
mindset of the man. It's something that every individual should be more like a right, because it's my right to demand. You're not demanding right. It's something that is earned half the time. But it gets to a point where someone's talking to you anyhow, you have to demand. I said, I don't deserve to be talked to in that way. I deserve some kind of respect. So whether you're a man or not at this point in time, it should be something that we do really as human beings. So, I mean, if you're running a home, going back to the story you shared a while, that woman was wrong in every sense of the word.
I was going to come to that because that does it mean this woman is not permitted to actually buy things for her?
No, that's not the point. If you go by the principle of openness in marriage and transparency, she was wrong. And this is a man going all out to cater for your needs and that of the children, and you're not even open enough to let him know. Okay, that means you can even borrow to spend for you and you're taking it and then you have so much and you're giving out. Doesn't mean you don't love him enough to let him know that, okay, please, I'm buying stuff for my mama, or I'm doing a house for the family, or I'm doing this for the family, or I gave you this, and you're just accumulating and then giving out. It means you're ripping him dry. You don't like him, you don't even love him. You want to see him suffer and die. That's the truth. So you're the wicked woman. Basically, wickedness.
Have you seen?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
She was actually wicked, and I think that is what most women do. Oftentimes, they will always have their money.
Wait, Yomi, what's your problem with women? Wait, I want to understand.
Most most women. It's true.
Do you know what it means to say most?
Most.
Most is like about 80.
Exactly.
About 90.
You're not even saying some. No, I
So on behalf of our fellow women, we don't agree to
We
this.
don't agree.
Cannot be most women. You know why? Because these days women do it without saying it.